There is a bill at the desk. The chief clerk will report the bill.
House File number 2098, number 3 on the calendar for the day, an act relating to local government, modifying classification of certain public data.
There are amendments at the desk. If there is no objection, we'll let the author explain the bill before we act on the amendments. Seeing no objections, I recognize the author of the bill, the member from Hennepin, Representative Freiberg.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is the local government policy bill. I'd like to pretend there's a coherent theme to this bill, that the provisions of this bill meld together seamlessly to form a perfect distillation of a brilliant response to the most critical policy issue of our time. But it's really just a bunch of random bills thrown together. I'll just list which bills are included, and we can get on with our evenings. The bills include Representative Acom's bill, broadening public data for Met Council personnel. Mr. Speaker, it's got one of your bills in there, increasing reimbursable amounts for eminent domain appraisals. Representative Schumacher has a bill authorizing public water districts and some other districts to install water and sewer lines within public rights of way. Representative Harder has a bill relating to public notice publishing requirements when a newspaper is discontinued. Representative Zalesnikar has a bill dealing with the St. Louis County Governing Chapter. Chair Rarick has a bill dealing with public utility commission sizes at the local level. Representative Mamani Hiltsley has a bill dealing with the landlord-tenant guide, which we passed off the floor. Chair Anderson has a bill dealing with the Swift County Hospital Board changes. So those are the bills that are in here. I'm happy to turn to amendments and any discussion of the bill that members have.
There is an amendment at the desk. The chief clerk will report the amendment.
Momani Hiltsley moves to amend House File number 2098, the first engrossment. The amendment is coded A7.
I recognize the member from Hennepin, Representative Momani Hiltsley.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is a very simple amendment. The goal of the body is to make sure that we're making it easier for folks, not harder. And so the goal of this amendment is to make sure that we provide options for towns and cities as they are renewing licenses that they are directing. They have options to direct folks to the link of the tenant guide. That is the goal of the amendment. Thank you, Speaker.
I recognize the member from Olmsted, Representative Quam.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, this saves trees, allows for electronic access to a 42-page document instead of having stacks of them. So I won't speak anymore, just vote green.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the amendment, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. The amendment prevails. There is an amendment at the desk. The chief clerk will report the amendment.
Anderson, PH, moves to amend House File number 2098, the first engrossment as amended. The amendment is coded A9.
I recognize the member from Pope, Representative Anderson, PH.
Thanks, Mr. Speaker. This bill actually deletes a small piece of the overall bill because it's already in the judiciary bill. It dealt with public data and an exemption for public officials in smaller cities and small counties, and I'd appreciate a agreed vote.
I recognize the member from Hennepin, Representative Freiberg.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Chair Anderson. I support the amendment and encourage other members to do so as well.
Is there any further discussion to the amendment? Seeing none, all those in favor of the amendment, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The motion prevails. The amendment's adopted. There are no further amendments at the desk. The chief clerk will give the bill its third reading.
Third reading, House File number 2098, as amended.
Third reading. I recognize the member from Olmsted, Representative Quam.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And this committee is so that communities can get the option to do what they need to do. And that's a sum of what we did. State law is set for most, but if it doesn't quite fit what you need to do, you can come here and we grant you the option to do what they need. So local option, empowering the local people, and the author did a good job on this one.
I recognize the member from Hennepin, Representative Freiberg.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Couldn't have said it better than Chair Quam. Please vote yes.
Any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, the clerk will take the roll. Members, please vote. The chief clerk will call the names of the members voting remotely.
Green.
Green, yes.
Green votes aye. Hussein.
What?
Yes. Hussein.
Yes.
Hussein votes aye. McDonald.
Go. Go.
McDonald, aye.
McDonald votes aye.
The clerk will close the roll. There being 132 yeas and 0 nays, the bill is passed as amended and its title agreed to.